Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you have had an absolutely fantastic day. We are back again with Lost Valley, the new DLC for Solasta, Crown of the Magister. I thought some of you might be looking for a little guidance on how to make your Lost Valley playthrough as smooth as possible. Here are some tips to get you through the new campaign. First, let's combine two standard RPG tips together and say you should talk with everyone and save often. Anybody who has an exclamation point above their head will give you a quest, so usually you'll want to pick that up and obviously save in case you die or get stuck somewhere and need to roll back to a previous time. One quick note about quests. Oftentimes, you will need to escort a particular individual in order to be able to complete a quest. And the game won't really give you an option in this regard. They'll just automatically add the person to your party. So that means it's even more important to make sure that you're saving regularly, especially when you know you're about to pick up a new quest, just in case you pick up an additional party member at a time when you do not want to do that. Next, you only need to pick up items you plan to use. Like in Crown of the Magister, there's a faction who will sweep through areas you've cleared, pick up everything left behind, and split the profits with you. So the only things you need to actually pick up are items like new gear, crafting ingredients, quest items, and consumables. Third, make sure you have a balanced party. There are quite a few enemies that have immunities to specific types of damage, like piercing, slashing, or fire. Ensure your party is capable of dealing several different types of damage to handle these situations. All of your frontline fighters should have secondary ranged options. You want at least one tank, and honestly, 2 frontline fighters is not overkill. Remember that tanks can do massive damage in this game. My Draconic Barbarian tank was the biggest damage dealer on my team. Next, you should quickly decide which faction you want to side with. As I mentioned in my review, it is easy to anger a faction to the point they will no longer even speak with you. Sometimes by doing quests for one faction, you can close yourself out of progress with another one. There are 6 factions in all, and you will quickly uncover them and learn their motivations. Make sure you keep in mind who you actually want to side with and don't let their approval dip too low. Fifth, make sure you stack up on reactions. There are several feats and spells that will let you automatically react to an opponent's attack, usually in a defensive way. For example, the Twin Blade feat lets you increase AC by 3 if you are attacked while dual wielding. This option will only come up if the +3 increase is large enough to let you completely avoid the attack. You'll know a feat has a reaction component because it will say so in the description. For spells, it will have a tag called reaction on it. For example, Counterspell will trigger when an enemy attempts to cast a spell and lets you stop them. There are few things more satisfying than seeing an enemy arcanist get ready to shoot a fireball and then suddenly your spellcaster shuts them down. Finally, make sure you have somebody capable of enchanting and keep track of what new crafting options you unlock. While there are some high-quality weapons that can be looted, for the most part, gear upgrades happen from crafting items. If you don't have this ability or aren't diligent about making upgrades when you get them, fights will take significantly longer than they should. Also, make sure that you hold on to any primed weapons or armor that you need for higher quality gear. That is my list of tips to help you through the Lost Valley. Hopefully this provided some information you aren't already aware of, but if you still have questions, please feel free to comment below. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.